And welcome to the house that Cassie built. Chrysler Arena on the campus of the University of Michigan. And we're ready for a Big Ten battle as the Maryland Terrapins take on the 23rd ranked Michigan Wolverines. Let's take a look at the standings in the Big Ten. Michigan moving into the top 25, chasing Michigan State, who fell from 4 to 9 after Michigan beat them in East Lansing this weekend. Ohio State moving into the top 25 as well at 22, and Purdue moving up from 5 to number 3 in America. Hi everybody, I'm Gus Johnson along with the governor, Coach Bill Raftery, and welcome to Chrysler Arena. Michigan moving into the top 25, huge win against Michigan State over the weekend in East Lansing. What are we set to see tonight?
Of course, you and Jimmy were there. It was nice to hear Jimmy say something nice about a Michigan team and their talent performers. They're getting better. The rotation is what John Beilein likes right now. They're on a roll. They're playing great basketball. Maryland, on the other hand, 3-3. You mentioned that. They've got to find themselves. Mark Turner said it doesn't matter who's out. We've got to win.
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups for both these teams. Coach, who jumps out at you?
Right away, this guy, Anthony Cowan, particularly running the show, getting to the lane, finishing, and counter that. I think Rockman has played extremely well to complement Big Mo in the low post.
And tonight's officials, good trio, working this game. Bo Borowski, Terry Oglesby, and Lamont Simpson. Michigan, Maryland. Series that dates back to 1927. Maryland leads at 6-4.
I didn't work that game, by the way. As we see Tchaikovsky go up, he's going to have to be solid and really make Big Mo work. And right now, Chris Johnson, the Terps scoop.
So Michigan beat Michigan State 82-72 in East Lansing on Saturday. Mo Faulkner with a career-high 27 points, lingers underneath, and the Wolverines are on the board.
And that's what they do to them. A little slice cut to the box. Cowan gets caught underneath. The little guy with the big guy. Devastating.
As for Maryland, they're coming off a 91-69 loss in Columbus to Ohio State. Injuries just a major problem for Coach Turgeon. And the Terps loose ball inside up, and that's a talented freshman, Darryl Morsell, out of Baltimore, Maryland.
Boy, he can attack the rim. He's just got to work on that jump shot. Reading the defense is what makes this team tough to defend.
Xavier Simpson driving the baseline, use the offhand. No good.
Nice look.
Herder in the front court to the basket and the easy finger roll.
How about Cowan? You always forget the pass. You like the action at the rim.
Cowan is a terrific player, folks. You're going to enjoy watching him tonight. Number 1 for Maryland.
High body. He plays with a lot of energy, activity.
Here's Matthews on the curl, dumps it down. Faulkner with a two-hand flush.
That's really traditional movement. Little pin down curl. You show high side, Big Mo at the rim.
What's been the difference with this Michigan team as of late?
I just think they found the rotation, the confidence. They're reading things much better. We were here a couple of weeks ago. He was unhappy with their understanding of offense and how to take advantage of opportunities.
Tchaikovsky backing up on Faulkner, draws a double team. The Michigan defense played extremely well against Michigan State in East Lansing. Turnaround jump shot, and that one goes down.
They're going to check it, though.
Nickens.
And boy, when he can make shots, does that help everybody on this club? You know, Mark Turgeon's a real gamer. Suffered through injuries and difficulties. We'll take a look at this with the shot clock. What do you think, guys?
I'm not sure.
Pretty darn close. Did they score the goal for you? They did score it, so that's the one thing refs have to do. Distinguish if it's good on their own, and then they check it. There's John Beilein. It's amazing how his teams do improve during the course of the season, though.
Such a great teacher, Coach Beilein, but more than anything, recently their defense has stepped up. He told Jimmy and I that, you know, the kids do a good job guarding man-to-man defense, but they're a step slow in terms of their rotation. Seems like they're starting to speed it up defensively.
I would agree watching them, too. Seeing will play better defended on the left side. He's the kid that really can attack, I think.
Abdul Rahman, great with the ball. He's got the pink shoes because he likes wearing 7 to shoot. Shake and bake, drives to the hole. Fadeaway jump shot way short.
If you wore those as a youth, you would never be here for this game.
I'd have been beaten up, right?
Nice slip.
Tchaikovsky, power dribble.
Gotta make that.
Livers kicks it out.
He's got some ability at the rim.
Simpson in transition. Wagner, dribble drive down the lane. Rejected by Tchaikovsky.
Hey, a little international flair. The big fella Lumen.
Tchaikovsky from Slovakia, and a whistle and foul. Count the basket.
There's your guy, and he can really go. More so. And right here, just not giving up on the play, using that length and keeping it in play.
Mark Turgeon telling us we don't have a lot of depth. We're starting guys that should be bench guys, and we're playing guys that shouldn't be playing right now. But that's where we are, and we've got to get better.
And he's not giving in. And no excuses.
Justin Jackson lost for the season. Torn labrum.
Benders, well, Gus, and then Wiley with that concussion recently. That's a kid who can light it up a little bit for him. So he has been decimated. He's the guy I think's made the difference, running the show, not making mistakes.
Simpson is bounced in and out of the starting lineup. But as you mentioned, Coach, he has his rotation set now. Inside, nice reverse layup. Abdul Rahman can't get it to fall.
They're doing a nice job staying with him.
Here comes Cowan. Tchaikovsky calling for it inside. Morcell drives across the lane.
He's got range, too.
Tchaikovsky, big fella.
A little high bounce, but nice attack. I mean, he is technically sound. And just finishing plays and really should be a lot more confident with that talent.
Tchaikovsky, a senior, 7-footer. Now Wagner pops out, guarded by Tchaikovsky. See if he tries to use his quickness on him, Coach.
He can use the bounce, too. We've seen that. You saw that behind the back over the weekend.
And one shot pure.
He's the king out there. Jimmy mentioned that. He can really spread you, bring you big out. Terrific with the bounce as well.
Grew up in Berlin, Germany. Big Dirk Nowitzki fan. Had a chance to meet him. He said Dirk was cool.
He likes you now. That's your commentary.
Cowan, dribble drive to the bucket.
That's it.
Knocked out of bounds, will head the other way.
Now they need as many points as possible. This certainly helps. A little indecision, but the big fella, strong, Senator Tchaikovsky.
Maryland on top of Michigan, 10-7. John Beilein is in the middle of that huddle somewhere, and he's mic'd up tonight. Let's take a listen.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, CJ. Mix it up. He's banging him. Oh!
He's always under control. Some coaches have to watch what they say. He's certainly a man who says things clearly, distinctly, and as you mentioned earlier, a teacher, 40 years, Gus.
As a head coach, he's never been an assistant. John Beilein has his Michigan team playing at a high level now as they advance into the top 25. 23rd ranked team in the nation. Ohio State 22.
A little passive 1-2-1-1.
Livers, Mr. Basketball in the state of Michigan last year, coming out of Kalamazoo.
Going to be a big-time player. Doubles the last 3 games. Iowa, Illinois, and Purdue. There's that single play they ran in, a little curl for Matthews. Good off the bounce.
Matthews, hesitation, drives, reverse layup, too strong. Cowan, he's got to look for his offense to keep this Maryland team in this game.
Head's always up, though. Herder and Rockman knows he's got to hug him deep.
Herder actually recruited by John Beilein here at Michigan. Fernando draws a double team.
Nice ball fake.
Baseline. Deep. That one a little short. Terps come the other, make that Michigan comes the other way.
That's what they're doing to pop out on that little curl.
9 to shoot for Xavier Simpson. Wagner, quick release.
Didn't have much room there. Good closeout.
Tomaya just checked in for Maryland. Where's number 33?
You can make a shot, does. Nice. There's your little penetration by the little guy. He bounces up. Just love the juice in this kid. Use that left hand and learn how to play. You got to use that offhand. And right here, just that little hesitation, body search, and a chance for three for the little guy. He is just a sensational player, I think.
Coming off a 12-point game against Ohio State on Thursday. One of just 9 players in the nation averaging 15-plus points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists as he adds a free throw.
And you mentioned Ohio State. Now, Jimmy, we tease him about it. Boy, are they playing great basketball, though.
Yeah.
Diop has just been extraordinary. ISO for him. Beach in so many ways. We'll blow by.
Abdul Rahman off the glass, no. Cowan. Shuffles it. Morcell.
Good job. Herder really knows how to move. Gets this guy out of there. Ooh, foul, I thought.
Ball tipped up and in. Morcell. Right place, right time.
Another one of those kids that's pretty active around the glass, though. I just like their activity, their style right now, being competitive.
Undermanned Maryland team. You surprised at the start of the Terps so far?
You know, they've played solid until a certain point. Maybe we're either tired or foul problems late in the half.
Simpson. Michigan a little flat to start this game on both ends of the floor.
Just in there giving Mo a little break. Wagner can make that little jumper. Great screener. Good rebounder.
Maryland on an 11-3 run right now to start this game. Herder leaves his feet. And a traveling violation coming up against Bruno Fernando. Take a look at the top 25, the Big Ten teams that are one of the best teams in the nation.
How about that right now? They are just so impressive. Got out of here with a 1-point win. I just love the style of that team. Tyus, you know, people talk about Hassan, his size.
Oh, man, he's a big man.
Oh, he is. I don't think I've ever seen a big guy on the basketball floor. Now, Wes Unseld was big, but he was 6'7".
Yeah, but you saw Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, I mean physically imposing.
Broad shoulders.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Michigan struggling to get it to go down right now. Eli Brooks, the shot in the corner off the mark, but a foul as Teskey, very active big man on that play. And the foul called on Fernando, his first. That's his challenge to stay out of foul trouble.
Absolutely. They don't have the strength on the bench. Little roll by Teskey.
Matthews, 15-footer off the heel. Jared Nickens brings it down. Maryland keeping Michigan to 3 for 13 shooting to start this game.
And smart pace, too. Take it when you get it. If not, be patient, run your stuff, make them work on this end.
Eight to shoot. Cowan being played to his left hand, tries to go right, now reverses 4 to shoot, lets it fly. Oh, and he baked it in straight away.
He thought he got fouled too. How about that? You think there's a little divine intervention? A little kiss.
6 points for Cowan.
Good tee as well by Brooks.
Matthews, the lob. Teskey kept it hot, makes it down.
And how about the timing of the lob? He gave him a chance to get to the rim. A little traffic.
18-9, Maryland.
Mark Turgeon's guys really have had a great start here. Been solid. He was appealing to their competitiveness. Certainly responded early.
Morcell wraps it around. Cowan scoops it up, tried to deal it. Probably should have shot.
South had it. He was all the way in. Little floater.
Third turnover for the Terps.
Yeah, they can't afford it either. But here, when you got some help from above, Red Armreck said, it's your best friend. A little kiss by a little fella. And Teskey, not a lob, nevertheless a deuce.
You gotta up. Go, run, push it. Set the table, go. Oh, no, what is that? Come on.
Set the table, right? In my house, that means something different.
The professor, John Beeline. You know, he got his master's in education. He said if he wouldn't be coaching basketball, he'd either be a principal or in high school administration, or his dream is to be a college professor. And I said, Coach, you're already a college professor.
Well, Fran Duffy, you're right. Fran Duffy does both a little at Temple. But this guy is
I wouldn't want to take his class.
A student.
You have
you
to
think
work
it'd be demanding?
Too much work, too much homework.
You're both Jesuit trained, though. Think of that.
That is true.
Really?
Maryland out rebounding Michigan so far, 11-4. Brooks loose with the handle. Teskey off the glass, missed it at point-blank range.
They got numbers now. Chikopsky's got to go right to the rim.
Cowan forces his way down low. Nickens, air ball, loose, picked up. Duncan Robinson looking for his jump shot to get going for the Wolverines.
That's what he does. He can loosen it up with the bounce, but he is an open shooter, number 22. They should have got more out of that break. A little late cover.
There's Robinson, sets his feet.
Can't leave the guy. He is a nylon separator. Don't help off number 22.
Duncan Robinson with 3 points against Michigan State on Saturday. Came off the bench for the first time in 18 games. And Robinson coming off the bench in this game as well.
Rivers, of course, playing real well. Gave him the opportunity.
Herder, quiet offensively.
Yeah, he really is that good. They've been hugging him deep. I think he's got to use the bat.
Cowan, way out.
How about that? This kid, he is a gamer.
He's got 9 points. And the Terps take a 21-12 lead.
Well, you can feed off him if you're a teammate. Such energy.
Poole in the game now with the basketball to the basket, and he's bumped and fouled.
Not a bad little left at the end of that, but this is the difficulty. You can't over-help in here when the bait is set. Anytime you see that dribble drive, you've been taught split the basket, but he gets those puppies organized and knocks it down. This is just amazing. I know it's deep in the shot clock here, but how about unerring with confidence?
So Maya's called for the foul, his first. 9:13 to play, first half, Michigan and Maryland.
Thus far, pretty good rotation by Maryland. No foul problems, really has helped them.
Last time these two teams met, Maryland beat Michigan 71-70 here at Chrysler. High arcing shot for Simpson, no good.
A pretty good challenge on that, too. Maryland's got to love the pace and the control of this game.
But can they consistently do it is the question.
Absolutely.
They don't have the bodies to come in for support.
No, they don't. That's why this pace is conducive.
Tchaikovsky, 9 to shoot. Cowan.
Rockman is not letting Herder get a touch.
15-footer off the mark for Nickens.
How about the big guy here with offensive rebound without fouling? Finishes the deal with a little smooch.
Tchaikovsky with 4. 23-12. Wagner back in the game, along with Poole.
He's got the mismatch he wants. He should take his guy in and get him back.
See if Wagner now posting Tchaikovsky. Face across the lane, and a hand-checking foul coming up. I don't know about that one.
That's what they can't afford.
8 minutes to play. Terps, though, looking good. Can they continue to sustain it? We'll see right after this.
Eli's got to make these shots, baby. We're getting them wide open. Can't give them room. Guard through! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Got to make those play. We're in trouble, boys.
Oh, how often I said that in my coaching career. Here's a way of bringing them back, though.
Coach Beeline and his entire team wearing these T-shirts, Be the Dream, Live the Dream, to honor Martin Luther King Day. MLK on the back.
And you know, Gus, I heard Kareem Abdul-Jabbar today saying he met Martin Luther King, Reverend Martin Luther King, as a youngster, and the influence he had on him the rest of his life. And I'm in the middle of a Kareem book on John Wooden.
Wow.
It's really interesting, too, how they became friends and friendlier as the years went on, and how unusual the connection was for a New York City guy who loves jazz, a Midwest man who different ideas on life and how they came to respect and admire one another.
Kareem coming out of Power Memorial.
Yeah, that's right. Jack Donahue was his coach.
Right in Manhattan.
And Herter really is quiet. He's willing. He doesn't take bad shots. He's willing to let them play 4-on-4. But he can get to the foul line and light it up when he has to.
Allen forcing that shot up. And Livers tight-roping a baseline, steps out of bounds. So many great players have played here at the University of Michigan. I mean, it's a who's who. My favorite guys as a kid growing up, Mike McGee.
Oh, sure.
Phil Hubbard.
And he ended up with the Nets. Phil Hubbard was a good one. Kessie, of course, you weren't around in those days.
Averaged 27 points a game in 3 years. One on the shot clock. Had a 30-point-a-game season. The house that Cassie built, Chrysler Arena right here.
Because he played down the street, but his success made them say, hey, this is a little opportunity for us in the basketball world.
Cassie Russell's number 33 hangs from the rafters here at Michigan.
Rudy T, Glenn Rice.
As you take a look, there's Cassie, number 33, Rudy Tomjanovich. Phil Hubbard. This man here interests me a lot. Bill Button, who passed away at 26 years old, playing a pickup game from a heart attack.
It is amazing that now they find things out at an earlier age. Frequently, some of those situations in the old days, people weren't aware that they had any damage to their arteries.
So 2 now put on the shot clock for the Terps.
Only catch, bounce, and shoot.
Marcel.
Trying to stuff the pick.
Herter's got to force it up.
That's a tough shot. How about him? Pretty good strength to get it that close.
23-12, 7 minutes to play. Terps have to feel very good about what they're doing thus far.
Solid on both ends of the floor. Mo's got to be careful on his screens. He's really stretching his legs in that new rule.
Matthews lost it on the way up into the hands of Herter.
And he's pretty good off the bounce, too.
Herter, quick drive to the hole, left hand block. Matthews got it.
Pretty good effort on both ends.
Simpson in the middle. Matthews deep in the corner. Livers steps back, lets it fly.
A little challenge threw him off by Herter. Again, pace. Take the energy out of the opponent and the building.
Michigan 5 of 18 from the field. Now Fernando draws a double.
Tough look.
And out of bounds.
Got to go opposite with that pass, too. Fernando really didn't have good vision on that double. First time he's seen it. Did you come out here as a kid to games?
No, I did. Didn't have a chance to get out here.
Were you more of a Detroit fan, or?
I used to go watch Dick Vitale of the Titans. Baseline, Nick and Tan. Another jump shot goes for the Terps.
He's a catch and shoot dynamo.
Largest lead of the game for Maryland. 6 minutes to play. Michigan sleepwalking. As John Beilein said, boys were in trouble.
Now this is a scary type of game. You know, you come off a high against one of the best teams in the country. Matthew's smart. I don't mind him, Fernando, letting him go, though. Why get a cheapie? They're lean up front.
What a crossover dribble to the bucket off the glass. Oh, we can't get the bounce.
A little lingerie on the deck.
Xavier Simpson. Turns the corner.
Really doing a nice job getting back on this guy, how they're handling the ball screens.
Wagner steps out. 12 to shoot. Simpson a push.
He made a couple of those the other day. He's shooting the ball much better.
He's had 15 points. Tied his career high. He's had 15 a number of times. He's 0 for 5, though, to start this game. Herter deep.
Nice job by Wagner.
Matthews, dribble penetration, pinned on the glass, no call. Fans wanted a goaltend. Livers digs it out.
Well, that's what Michigan has to get back in this game. That's what they've got to do. immerse themselves, be a little more active in a small change foul. They got one foul. How about this? Doesn't hit first. I think he tapped it into it, don't you? Below the rim?
Yes.
Pretty good response, boy. Mark Turgeon coming in here. Just not a typical Merlin team without the maneuverability on the bench.
Mark Turgeon won his 400th career game against UMBC on December 29th. Also was his 150th win at Maryland. He's never finished lower than third since Maryland joined the Big Ten Conference.
Big Ten Coach of the Year, 14 and 15.
Robinson straight away.
So you throw guys off, though. I know they fight for the pump, but just move them a little bit.
Turgeon, hot on the Maryland sideline. About to jump right out of those Gucci loafers of his.
And when you coach in the Big Ten, you can afford those kind of shoes.
That's right.
I think when he was at Jacksonville State, he didn't have Gucci. That's just a guess.
I don't think he did.
Little brush screen. Tomias. He's going to mismatch out. He should either, if he doesn't get it, get to the glass and get a rebound.
And Cowan drives to the basket on Robinson and draws the foul. What's Maryland doing, Coach?
I just think pace right now. Good solid defense. They have him bitten on a lot of the sets at the other end. And just real sound, and this little guy engineering in beautiful fashion.
So what's Michigan supposed to do to get their rhythm going?
Well, they've got to run their sets, obviously, and maybe energize themselves. Somebody put them on their shoulders a little bit. Just got to meet the competition, basically, right now.
Subs coming in. So Majic leaves.
Yeah, I honestly think that after a big win, the biggest problem for a coach is to make sure they understand that that one's over. Let's keep going. We got another one in a couple of days, and that's what this is.
This kid, Cowan, he leads the Big Ten in minutes at 35 minutes at 31 seconds per game. 87% free throw shooter.
And this is a competitive team, Merlin. They've out-rebounded the opponent 16 of their 19 games. I mean, they're not chopped liver, as they would say in Manhattan.
Maryland up 28-14. Robinson rims off. Wolverines having a tough time from the three-point line.
And this is what's hurting them too. This pace of the game. Control, not in a hurry. Nice curl and give back.
Marcel traveled. 3:33 to play. Terps, though, on top of the Wolverines on the road, 28-14. All right, welcome back. As you take a look at the Wolverines and some of their struggles tonight.
How about that? They're the mainstays. And Rockland, the way he's been driving the ball and such a force, and Matthews as well, that opens it up for shooters like Robinson and, of course, Wagner on the outside. And again, I just think this is an energy situation more than, you got to get involved here. This is a good basketball team. Merlin's not coming in here to roll over. The expectation is Michigan's playing great. This is going to be one of those games that they're going to put in the W column, but Merlin's got a lot to say about it, and has had great control of this game. There's a switch. Oh, you got to take him with the bounce.
Rahman guarded by Tchaikovsky.
Go by him.
And a foul. That'll be Tchaikovsky's second.
That's your favorite foul, Tim. Small change reaches.
Those fouls.
A little nickel-dimer.
Out of nickel-dimer will send Tchaikovsky to the line. To the bench. And the 3:16 mark.
Tell you, big guys, you love to see him go after a block at the rim to get a foul, not something out there.
Xavier Simpson.
See what I mean? That's almost an energy or lack of energy emotionally. You're not as sharp. You're not as enthusiastic about the game. Great move. Everything but.
And Simpson picks up his second foul.
I think you will see a different team after halftime.
I have a feeling that Professor Beeline will have something to say to his guys in the Michigan locker room.
He will put his cap and gown on.
I love it. Herder.
Nice pass. Oh, you got to catch the ball. Oh, goodness, that's just a terrific look. And Bruno,
Maryland possession.
just beat it up.
Checking in for your Wolverines, number 5, Javon Simmons.
So now, Coach Beeline electing to go to his bench. Javon Simmons comes in for the first time.
He's a confident offensive player. Creates a little dribble drive. Not afraid to jack it up from outside. And look at him. He's energized, too. Didn't get any minutes the other day, I don't think.
Cowan. Michigan's lowest scoring half this season.
You got to keep going.
27 points against UCLA. You called that game, Coach.
Well, the big thing here is you got to keep going if you're Maryland. With this team, the next couple of minutes, you may see a different Michigan team.
Michigan came back to beat the Bruins in that game after being down. Wagner, 7 to shoot. And a reach-in foul coming up.
The big guy, Fernando.
Actually, they give it to Herder.
Did they want to reach in?
Coach Beeline coached against Herder's father when he was at Siena.
Right.
Simmons.
Here's a step and go.
Back there.
That might get him going. Boy, not where they're at their best. Reading the denial, the step and go, the alertness, and now Mo trying to get the house awake. Meantime, the keys to get the team awake. Old-time basketball used to just be in the city, but now it's all across the country. Step and go. Fine, Wagner strumming some sweet music here as Big Mo, who can get them going, light it up. Great emotional lift for this team.
All right, the greatest day in all of racing returns this February. The Daytona 500 kicks off the new season. President's Day weekend only on Fox.
Different team that you saw the other day.
Oh, much different. This Michigan team. But as you mentioned, rhythm.
Rhythm and blues. You don't have the rhythm, you get a little blue. They got a minute and 50 approximately left here to keep it going. And Maryland's got to make sure they get good shots, balance the floor. Don't get them energized going into halftime.
Maryland has won 8 of their last 10 games. But the 2 losses were by 30 to Michigan State and 22 to Ohio State.
2 very good teams, but they just haven't reacted well without the loss of some of their performers.
Maryland now in a drought, scoreless in the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
He's got to take his guy.
Cowan cross him over, gets to the hole.
He knew. It's one of those, I got my guy, just get out of the way. Disadvantage, Robinson.
13 for Cowan in the first half. Matthews.
That's the switch they want. No, he really needed to shape up. I thought he could have sealed his guy and had to dump down in the lane. Ball screen. Cowan gets what he wants. He gets it again.
Cowan almost dragged his pivot foot, and he did.
Michigan basketball.
He's got his opportunities, but this one he understands everybody spaced beautifully. Couldn't get the help. Step in. Well, he is explosive. Really has a great feel and understanding when to go.
55 seconds to play in the first half. Abdur-Rahman, the floater on the baseline. Never go down.
Nice hesitation. He does have that ability to stand you up on the bounce.
About a 15-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
If you're Michigan, you're thinking stop, but let's get one at the other end. Poise if you're Maryland.
Marcel guarded by Robinson. Drop step.
Something going to the rim would have been more effective.
Shot clock turned off. Game clock at 19. Simmons.
Give me some sort of a ball screen. No pick and pop.
Simmons hell-bent to get to the hole.
How about that? How about him warding off? Not a chance.
And this is the last shot of the first half, short. But Maryland playing great basketball. Collin had 13. The Terps shoot 48%, holding Michigan to 31% shooting.
When you got a center who moves out, you can see that ability of number 13. You know you got to recognize that. The little guy with the blow-by, finish it, and maybe that gives them a little spark. They have not been themselves, but Maryland, poise, patience, and running some great stuff.
And that's the end of the first half with a score. Maryland 30, Michigan 20. We'll send you to Mike Hill in Los Angeles right after this.
Where we live, last year we took our kids to Martin Luther King Memorial on Martin Luther King Day, and then we went to the African American History and Culture Museum in DC. So it's a big part of our past, and he was an amazing man.
I think it's one day of the year that I think of the entire nation gets to realize the magnitude that Martin Luther King had in the United States, in our society. And now you look back at it, and it was all done through peaceful intervention. It wasn't name-calling. It wasn't adversarial. It was, we can accomplish more by just being strong and having strong convictions in all we do.
All right, both coaches with some very, very, very kind and thoughtful words on Dr. King on his day. Gus Johnson, along with Coach Raff. And Coach Raff, you need a day. It needs to be the Coach Bill Raftery day. Huh?
No, we're talking about a holy man that contributed a lot in life. I just happen to be alongside you.
That's right. How about this game? Maryland playing strong. Michigan not shooting the ball very well.
They are, but again, people don't believe it. It's emotion. You got to love what you're doing, excited about it. Don't think you're that good that you don't have to come prepared.
All right, let's take a look at the first half stats. Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings.
And Gus, I think you'll see a few different things. You know, they'll get to the free throw line, which they haven't done. Just not playing their style, not shooting the ball well. They shoot 48%, shooting 31%. That is not typical. But the Terps have a little guy going. A little Gus to be here. The ability to blow by, take the hit, and keep on ticking. This kid is a gamer. Puts this team on his shoulder. Great leadership qualities. Understands mismatches, gets it big, puts it on the deck, and just gets to that tin in electrifying fashion.
So 13 points for Anthony Collins Jr., 4 of 7 from the field. Remember, for Michigan, a big part of their win against Michigan State, they were 28 of 35 from the free throw line. They hit their first 20.
How about that? A vast difference. And that low number, which you mentioned, not typical of this club. That can be a freewheeling operation.
Michigan has not attempted a free throw in this game so far. And a foul as Matthews skips to the basket.
They can give it to a couple of guys. Those are Pickens or Cowan. I would say before the shot.
It's going to be sideline or baseline out of bounds. John Beilein, that's a head scratcher for him.
He wants a little continuity.
Picks up his second.
They can ill afford him to be in trouble. We know he can go the whole 40 if he has to.
Abdul Rahman, 20-footer. Air ball. That kind of day so far for the Wolverines. No energy, no rhythm.
And really some not questionable shots, but shots that they can get anytime.
Maryland has sucked all the energy and enthusiasm out of this building. Tchaikovsky playing with 2 fouls, steps out the screen, and a traveling violation against Nickens. 6 turnovers for the Terps.
I like to see Herter get going, too, to add a new dimension to this club. He has been guarded well away from the ball. He's got to get busier, maybe, use the screens. They got a pin for him.
Abdul Rahman. And Matthews.
Marcel, all of a sudden, a cascade of whistles.
His first personal foul.
So Marcel picks up his first.
And that's a little more activity, though, for Michigan. That's what they've got to do. Get into that one-on-one situation, run their offense. There's the squeeze box.
Xavier Simpson rolling high.
He's got Tchaikovsky. They would open up and let him go. Oh, that's a tough catch, even if it works.
Remains Michigan basketball.
Allows it to be knocked off of Herder with 10 to shoot.
That's the angle, too. You can see Tchaikovsky up there. Tough to unload it. Very alert by Herder.
Matthews on the hop to the basket and he'll lay it in.
This crowd's looking for something to get excited about. See if they can get a couple of stops in a row.
And here comes the crowd. Powell forces his way to the basket, picked it up in the paint.
The ball's moving one way. Look at this. Pretty good defense by Simpson. Ball's moving one way. Herder's cutting the other way. A little bit out of sync for him in particular.
10 to shoot. Tchaikovsky hands it off. Herder deep.
That's one of
And the rebound is Xavier Simpson.
One of their favorite plays, that little dribble handoff. A good look for her to get him going.
Livers a three. Or the three-point ball just won't go down for the Wolverines in this game. Nickens on the other end.
Pretty good balance here.
Matthews the lob. Livers great catch inside. Creates space. Jump hook goes down.
And he made that himself. Tchaikovsky didn't want to foul him.
8-0 run for Michigan.
But if you speed it up in your Merlin, you better finish. You want a controlled pace here as you did in the first half. They got
And an
Nickens.
offensive foul against the Terps.
Yeah, this is what gets you going a little bit. Quick shot. Now they're saying to one another, let's calm down. We have full control of this game. Don't get them started. And Nickens does, but this is just poise under duress with the big guy.
30 to 24. Michigan scoring 20 points in the first half. Lowest scoring half of the season for the Wolverines.
That's the kind of shot that's going to get you back either.
Simpson in and out.
Hot by Wagner. Big. And what he did first, though, he begged for it on the box. They didn't get it. He moved himself out deep. And a good timeout right here.
17-20 to play. Here come the Wolverines.
Gus, the big fella doesn't own a sporting goods store, but he may someday. You got to go to Mo and look at this little duck head. He begs for it. I want it. He didn't do that at all in the first half. You don't get it to me, I'm going to move my location. Drift out, and of course now, Tchaikovsky a little slow of foot. He knows this guy's got the ability, and he is vulnerable to a drive-by the big fella. And all of a sudden, everybody's a little bit excited in the house.
11-0 run for the Wolverines since being down by 14. 5 baskets by 5 different players for John Beilein's team. See how Maryland responds.
Little pin down for Herder.
Herder's been bottled up in this game, and a foul. He's pushed on the baseline.
Most able to turn that corner. That's what happens too when you're giving it up.
Wagner picks up the foul, his first. Inside Powell gets to the basket, blocked by Wagner. Matthews leading the way, dribbles it off of his knee, picked up by Herder. Here comes Herder in transition. He throws it away. Simpson. He's got Abdul Rahman on the wing. Simpson to the bucket. And
how about that kid? I thought he went up prematurely. Herder got nicked at that other end on that run out. And right there, he hurt himself as he fell down. But right here, I think he was going to give it up. And of course, the foul a little bit early. And this is the reason I think they are as good as they become. This guy has been solid, leading the club, making good decisions. Good with the basketball and able to finish at the rim.
At the free throw line, he's a 52% free throw shooter. Xavier Simpson. And he completes the three-point play, and Michigan has leveled this game at 30, a 14-0 run.
How quick was that? Was he at 15 against Purdue? Like the ability to make that type of runner. Little cross screen.
Looks like the professor drew something up.
Yeah, I think he reached him somehow. There was more emotional.
Cowan pushes off. Left hand, man, how did he get that to fall? This kid is clever.
And how about Von der Lumen? Big time.
15 points for Anthony Cowan Jr.
Now, you knew they were going to make a run. Then we're going to find out what you're made of.
Matthews driving, squeezes it up. No. Fernando. Cowan.
And Herder was open before that dribble drive.
Backdoor Cowan. Pinned on the glass again. Either Matthews or Abdul Rahman getting to the basket.
Oh, didn't leave the dribble. Very lucky. They got a run out.
Morcell ahead of the field, up and in.
How about that recovery, too? Once again, that's how they started the game. Cowan with a run out to Herder, this time to Morcell.
8 points for Morcell. And Maryland takes a 4-point lead. Simpson, starting of the Red Sea, so to speak.
Yeah, nobody at home. A triple. Another can turn. He's got a little hook in his game.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go. He's very good at that pinch post, turning and beating his guy with the bounce, too. See if they can get him involved there.
6 straight for Maryland.
They took a punch. Let's see what Michigan comes back with. Nice
And
gamble.
Fernando with the steal to the basket. And he's fouled from behind.
This kid jumps a passing lane well. During the course of the season, pretty good anticipation. He is really going to be a big one, but you can't give opportunities like this without some sort of help. And that is just an unbelievable delivery at the end. But the touch, Cowan, he's clever, he's deceptive, and he's a team player.
Go! Go! Mo! Other side, Mo! All right, forget about it. Forget about it. Let's go. Quick, let's go.
I'll tell you, it was interesting. I had a chance to chat with Coach Beilein in the locker room before the game, and he was talking about the Michigan State victory, and he was saying, you know, we always have to correct things and get on the players, but at the same time, we have to tell them what they did well, and we want to harp on that to help them with their confidence.
He's a great next play guy, next game guy, and I think that shows. You know, there's always corrections. But it's how you talk to them about improving their life and being constructive and yet supporting as well.
Bruno Fernando at the line. First one goes down. 3 things you need to know about Bruno. His occupation, if not hoops, he's going to be a CEO. Dream date, Amber Rose. One-on-one with anyone, Kevin Garnett. Oh, he wants to go at KG.
I think just a look at Kevin would scare most people, right?
I think Amber Rose is your kind of gal, too. You'd like to maybe one day during your next life. Nothing to say. You're speechless. Do you even know who she is?
No.
Okay, good. Meanwhile, Michigan scoring again. That's Poole for 3.
41% from 3. Well, they have really done a good job on Herder.
Inside, Fernando.
Pretty look.
Declared.
Talk about finding people. Tomajic with a terrific catchable bounce pass.
5 points for Bruno Fernando. 39-33.
That's one of those names you like saying, isn't it?
It is. It just rolls off the tongue.
Pick and pop.
Wagner.
Just a tough cover, isn't he? He's too far to go.
This kid, talking to him before the game, he is a lot of fun.
He is. Full of life.
Now Herder, driving, leaning, and gets it to go.
He keeps active. Great without the basketball.
Both teams a little bit better offensive rhythm here in the second half.
Well, Herder's a kid that, like, he can be quiet. I saw him get like 7 or 8 free throws in the second half of games just by being busy.
Herder, Mr. Basketball in the state of New York. Matthews changing gears, baseline livers.
How about that? He delivers with a little kick.
That gets the professor off the bench. John Beeline liking the way his team is playing now. 41-39.
Nice defense.
Taken away by Simpson. Here comes Simpson. Poole in the front court. Rising fire.
Woo-hoo! How about the strength first? Xavier. But the presence of mind to step with people at the rim as a nice piece by Poole here. A block after the great 3 at the other end.
Michigan with its first lead since the score was 2-0. Here's Simpson. The kick, extra pass, Poole, and hits.
Oh, boy. Talk about stepping up and being ready to perform. Jordan crossing that line.
Poole, an inspiration. No points in the first half. He has 9 now.
They have some guys who can bite you. He goes 9-10 deep. Beeline.
And the crowd back into it.
Big trip right here.
Foul coming up on the floor.
I just know where that line is and knowing you can convert. But off a steal, look at his step back. Nylon. And the confidence of this kid, he counts the house as well. And just a find as you overhelp. Herder takes his guy. Nobody responds on the outside. And John Beeline. Some response after halftime. Different club.
First half, Michigan was 2 of 9 from the three-point line. Here in the second half, they're 6 of 8. And Rivers heads out of the game.
So one thing about John Beeline, too, he has, as the years have gone, he's embraced the way kids act and perform on the floor, too. And he stayed young.
Cowan.
So's he.
Anthony Cowan Jr.
18 for Anthony Cowan. 45-44. Proctor steps out the screen, pops out, pump fake, dribble drive, and a foul on the pass.
Boy, Shukovsky with another cheapy trade him.
1-point game, back to Ann Arbor right after this. Get set for the Big East Wednesday night jam on FS1. First, Jalen Brunson and #1 Villanova battles Georgetown. Then, 19th Seton Hall takes Creighton. It's the Big East Wednesday night jam starting at 6 Eastern on FS1 or stream it live on Fox Sports Go. Right now, Jordan Poole, the freshman from Milwaukee, starting to ignite this Michigan Wolverines team.
Well, there's so many things he does, too. He picks up charges, gets those puppies organized at 41%. Here on the catch, gets behind the line. And you've got to touch him, get attached. And he's really excited this building. Nevertheless, Simpson, to me, has stepped up big time as well. Run the show, showed his strength on that steal on Cowan.
Poole scored a career-high 19 points in the Big Ten opener at Indiana, or against Indiana. And a foul coming up.
Well, not much happening at that rim, too. I think that was a play on. Shukovsky with a cheapie for his third as well.
That sends Matthews to the line.
The line shooting 2 for the Wolverines.
Matthews from Chicago.
How about him at Kentucky? He embraced this program, too. Early in the year, he was just playing at an extremely high level.
Let's tell you something, when you can play at Kentucky, they come and play at Michigan.
Yeah, they don't call you if you're, you know, just an average performer.
And he'll get the second. 46-44. Michigan shooting 42%, Maryland 50% shooting. Marcel back in the game. Zemajic as well.
And Herder getting a blow here.
Cowan very good with the basketball with the shot clock winding down.
Got range too, not afraid to unload it.
Halfway down top. South Wagner with a rebound. The big fellow around the court asking for it. Gets positioned down low. Will they give it to him? Now he comes out and screens for Matthews. They're great with pick and pops.
He's gotten so much better going to the right spot and commanding the ball.
Triple jab step. Matthews skips to the hole, misses the bunny. And Fernando just wraps it in.
Well, he was there, too.
.49 to play.
I would use Fernando a little bit. Let me get him going.
Top of the arc to Majic. That's a big shot right there.
Hey, that's what he's known for, though. International performer. Played some situations worldwide with the under-19 team, I believe.
First basket of the game. Duncan Robinson and Coach Beeline. Simpson. And there's a wide open Wagner.
Well, it looks easy, doesn't it? You mentioned it. He could live, pick and pop.
What is the defender supposed to do guarding Wagner? Why is that open for him so often?
Well, I think they're over-helping, number one. I think you've got to stay in contact. And at some point, I would switch it too. Why not? I mean, if he's going to stay out there and reign supreme.
Marcel, hard shot. Wagner with the two-hand board. Had 4 rebounds against the Spartans on Saturday. Now he has 9. 6. Got that ball on the string.
Look at this.
Look at that in and out.
Look at the
kick.
find.
Robinson. Bam.
Once again, it's all about the point guard. When they can create, it complements your set. Everybody is alert. You get them organized and drill the shots.
Duncan Robinson, his second 3 of the game, and Michigan takes a 52-47 lead.
Well, Gus, when you got a big guy that can shoot that little pick, look at where the defender is. Nowhere near. He's got to show. Occasionally you may have to switch it, but look at this guy. Just get them organized. That's just faulty defense and not really being aggressive, particularly with a guy like that. But once you get in that lane, everybody collapses, and Robinson, Exeter, Williams, and Michigan. Not bad diploma degrees either.
So Michigan, 8 of 10 from the three-point line this half. Got to give a lot of credit to their little point guard, Xavier Simpson. He's making some good decisions.
He is. And you know, you find things out as the year progresses. Who raises their level of game? Who comprehends what the staff is saying? And that's where I think they've become a better team. Is not that everybody else can't help at that position, but he's just separating himself.
Michigan trailing by as many as 14 in this game. Talk to you about Maryland's lack of depth at the top of our broadcast, and this is where you start to see it. He's running out of bodies.
Yeah, and Herder was ready to come in the last couple of minutes. That's one of the reasons for the timeout, besides the run by Michigan. But that is part of the dilemma right now for Maryland.
Now look at the Big Ten standings.
A lot of teams are going to have to step up in this middle area. Who's going to be right here? You know, 5, 6, and 7 in terms of the NCAA tournament.
How about Archie Miller, what he's doing at Indiana in conference play?
It's amazing. Well, he's a keeper. We all know that. From his days at Dayton. Start getting some kids and reloading down there. It's going to be a stop for us. God willing.
Column explodes, baseline, in and out for Nickens.
Stay here, Wagner with the push, and Tchaikovsky. That's number 3.
Wagner flirted with the NBA. Last year didn't sign with an agent, so he flirted. Decided to come back to U of M.
I'm going to give him a little rest.
Kesky replaces him. It never hurt you to spend an extra year with Coach Beeline.
No, not at all. And
especially to play in that league up there.
He made it. Well, you see a lot of games, and you've done the NBA forever. You realize how tough you have to be and how good you have to be. And with a pump fake, it's Herder non-shooting, though.
And the thing about that league, even though it's a young league, they don't really have a whole lot of time to teach you stuff. You kind of have to have a basic understanding of what they're doing, or what you can do when you walk in the door.
And what the coaches are saying, we don't have enough reps. We don't have enough chance. You're traveling. You got game every other day. And this is cool.
Poole call for the foul.
Team 6.
16 fouls now against Michigan. Poole picks up his second. 9:17 to go. Maryland in a little danger zone here. They got to put the ball in the basket.
And these next couple of trips on both ends will give away another good foul here. And Simpson gets him on
like it.
Stops the clock, gives you a chance for two. Gets your defense organized.
Team 7.
Just not a really good play for a kid who's played really good basketball. He's trying to fight over the top. He knows Cowan likes to get that pass and turn the corner.
Orcel, a 71% free throw shooter, shooting 1 and 1.
This kid next year is going to be a play because that stroke is excellent. He just, I don't think, has the confidence on his jumper or his deep shot as well. You know he can get to the rim.
You give me some Keith Booth on this kid, maybe?
He was stuck here, wasn't he, Keith? But yes, that's a good call. Were you working in Washington then when he was
Yes,
there?
I was.
Yeah.
Many, many years ago.
Gary Williams, the next the best. Love the guy.
And Poole mishandles it. Out of bounds.
Trying to do something before he got it.
5 turnovers for the Wolverines. They only average 10 per game on the season.
And they do value the ball and their trips.
Very efficient and disciplined basketball squad.
Pinch post. This is where he's the best.
Strength can't hustle it in.
Nice tall low. Clear out ISO. Dynamite attacking.
Xavier Simpson ready to check back in. Here's Poole. Hesitation, reverse. How about the freshman?
Boy, did he step it up. The freedom to roam.
All 11 of his points coming in the second half.
Boy, talk about acceleration. There's another one. Too far. This is just a little slow, and then here I go. How about that? From Lobai. Using that rim to ward off both hands. How you need them at this level.
Left hand.
Checking into the Terrapins, number 12.
Reverse layup. Now Simpson back in. Reese Mona has checked in for the first time for the Terps.
So Michigan's going to be different guys, different nights. Tonight it seems to be Poole, Livers on occasion. Nice slip and finish. Big fella. And Poole, he not only beats you with 3, but with the ability to put it on the deck. That little pocket pass. Get there, big fella. Good eye-hand coordination. And this has made them deeper at that spot. Wagner, either foul problems or a blow. Different kind of a look. Some power basketball. Teske with the finish.
What I like about Teske, he's 7'1", but he catches it really nicely in traffic.
Soft. This is the one guy that maybe can match up with Purdue's front line. Just maybe with Haas.
Matt Painter's team, they are something else.
They are good.
Saw him earlier during the year in Indianapolis.
Both Edwards, Carson, just like
Basketball player.
yeah, they do.
8 minutes to play inside Marcel. Block from behind. Looks like Teske or Robinson. And Maryland will hold on and see if they can get back in this one.
Let's go. Freedom. Go, fast, get into it. Hey, Jordan.
A lot of enthusiasm for Coach D-Line, and they are stroking the three-point shot in the second half.
I think when he says get into it, he means fire them. You don't come to Michigan unless you can shoot the deep one, because that sets up all their cuts, their screens, their shape-ups, and just around the horn. 7 threes. Unbelievable. 8 of 10 this half.
Poole and Wagner 6 for 6 from the three-point line in the second half. As you take a look at the Wolverines' numbers this half. The game reset is sponsored by SoFi, rethinking personal finance. 3 timeouts left for Michigan, only 1 for Maryland. Herter, deep. Maryland looking for some timely passes.
They right now, in this stretch, key. Got to button it down on this end of the floor.
Poole. Heat check right here.
But they don't go on. They wonder. Dodged it.
Now Cowan. Racing.
Oh, tough catch. Not a bad idea, but a little heat on it. And what's interesting, that's the first time Cowan had Herder coming down. He had collapsed the defense. Would have been a nice kick back open look.
Simpson. Abdul Rahman. Testy. Duncan Robinson. Poole. Here's Simpson. Watch his hand. He's slick with it.
He's got to get better finishing at the rim. Now he's making that a little short here on this one. Wow. It's not. He made it the other day. You know the Michigan State Merlin game that we were at? They ISO'd, like Herder was played one-on-one, and it was 4 against 4. That's pretty much what's going on now. And it's been a difficult problem getting him the touches.
Maryland has not scored a basket in the last 3.5 minutes. Cowan usually takes things into his own hands. Herder.
That's the double.
And a reaching foul coming up. One of more against Michigan.
And at least they're calling something there to get him involved a little bit. From the screen.
Third foul coming up on Simpson.
And as you mentioned earlier, Michigan's defense is far different than it was a month ago. And they are more buttoned in the spot, willing to help and recover.
So Herder. 4 points. This is the free throw. Just can't get it going.
No,
he averages 14 a game.
Checking in for your Wolverines, #1, Charles Matthews.
Poole heads to the bench. Very good effort.
What a night he's had.
11 points, all coming in the second half.
He even runs off with a little bounce to him, doesn't he?
6:46 to play. Pick and roll, Wagner steps out. Robinson.
All the things you have to cover.
And Herder puts it out of his hands. Nickens to Herder. Drives, leans, can't bank it down. Matthews just takes it away. Got to get a little stronger.
Yeah, he does. He does. Take that hit and finish. Get 3.
Herder 2 for 9. Back door, knocked out of play by himself.
Simpson's always looking though. That was off the dribble. One hand. Playing with a lot more confidence. Because I mean, Dan's a coach. Dan Quincy's his coach. You know the game.
Simpson.
That's what I'm
Blocked
saying.
by Cowan.
He's got to be better at finishing there.
Robinson, double pump. Matthews, the step back.
You can see fatigue a little bit, getting out hustled for key situations right now.
Here's Cowan. And foul. He'll go to the line. Largest lead of the game for the Wolverines. They've trailed by as many as 14 in this game.
Cowan just bounces back up, though. He can be electrifying when he turns the corner.
Fourth foul on Simpson. Having a hard time keeping Anthony Cowan in front of him, so he'll have to step out of the game.
Mark Turgeon telling us he's going to play Reese Mona a little bit as he really hustled and worked hard in that Ohio State game. Showed him a lot of energy. And a little bit smaller now. That's for tape. Anything. All these tough minutes.
Simmons comes in to replace Simpson. Here he is with it right now. Wagner.
Curl, step back. Be a threat.
Matthews turns the corner. Cut off. 8 to shoot. Baseline. Simmons step back 3. The last Maryland basket took place at the 10:34 mark. We've got 5:10 to go now.
I thought he could have crushed over and gone right. And
a foul. Ron Simmons called for the foul. So far tonight, the Terrapin trio.
Yeah, we mentioned Herter really struggling on that offensive end. Callen's just such a gamer night in and night out. And of course, Fernando not really getting many touches on the floor at this present time. But when you're struggling and decimated with injuries, you really need everybody to be on top of their game and be on the top when you play Michigan.
Remember, this Maryland team, they look like a mash unit. So many injuries. Justin Jackson, even Bender. Jackson out with a torn labrum. Bender out. Had surgery to repair a torn meniscus last week.
And then, of course, you had Wiley not able to play with that concussion. It changes your total rotation through your first 6 or 7 people.
Wiley did practice before the game. He has to wait, I believe, one more game until he can be cleared. 19 for Cowan. 9-point lead for the Wolverines. Wagner down the lane and foul.
That's why he's so tough. Drags you out. Can exploit most bigs. I got a uniform. Golden State. Golden State. The way he plays.
Oh, they love him out there because he can shoot it.
A lot of teams that like him.
Wolverines number 13, Mo Wagner.
So many intricacies to this offense. Very, very tough to learn. That's why they get better as the year progresses.
All right, 3 things you need to know about Mo Wagner. His hobby, making music, his dream date on a beach, his favorite kid's toy, my cuddle pillow. Oh, my goodness.
He needs help. He definitely needs help. You know? I mean,
that's terrible.
He is a piece of
He's
work.
6'11". A cuddle pillow. What's happening in today's world, Coach?
Well, you know, if that
I can't believe he wrote that down.
I wouldn't admit it.
I would never
exactly,
admit that.
Exactly. That's what's refreshing about him. He's open.
Disturbing. Here's Cowan.
You won't sleep tonight.
I won't. Or maybe I need a cuddle pillow.
I'll see if I can get him to drop it on.
Howard Dickens drops one down. Cuddle.
Here we go, though. Only 7. Think D now.
59-52.
And rebound. They've done a nice job rebounding Maryland.
Here's Wagner. Rick. Cowan. Maryland feeling a little bit better about themselves now. Cowan. Reverse. Oh my goodness.
How did he have the strength, extension, and the little massage job on the spin? How about
Willie
that?
Mosconi would be proud with that high
Out of
English.
Philly, Minnesota Vets. All of a sudden, they're knocking at the door, Gustavo. And why not? You got a guy like this, big-time ticker, big-time delivery at crunch time. This kid's got it all. Great leadership, the ability to finish.
So much. Mike Hill, 59-54. Maryland has scored the last 5 after trailing by 10.
It's really a matter of just hanging tough, competing, and of course Cowan's ability to turn the corner, create so much damage. But Maryland really showing a lot to me. You know, coming in here shorthanded, and Mark getting them ready. He's been fighting a little cold too. Hasn't been easy. But they're fighting, in a sense, for that NCAA life when it comes to the end of the season. This is one of those games that win a big one on the road against a team like this. Certainly gonna help.
Here's a weave up top. Matthews lobs it in for Wagner. Great catch by Wagner. Power dribble. Almost had it taken away. 10 to shoot. Abdul Rahman hangs in the air. Great defense by Maryland. Either Tchaikovsky or Herter got his hands on that basketball.
Ooh, turnover here, mishandled by Cowan, just not typical of him. In the last play, Wagner brought that ball down.
Under 3 to go. Robinson.
Lead, ball screens, dive. Ball screens and dive.
Matthews, jab step, 3. And a foul coming up as Wagner got great position on Herder, and Herder was forced to foul him.
Yeah, that's all he could do. A smart kid. Pillow and all, he still knows how to play. And just gets he does the inside position with the check out. Just initiates the contact as well. Pretty smart.
Wagner a double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds. 0 for 2 from the free throw line, though.
He's got it all when you think of it.
He's a ball player, man.
Yeah, he is. He is a gamer. Saw it last year. Good run in the Big Ten tournament. Of course, the NCAA.
Had 27 against Michigan State on the road on Saturday.
And they're known for their team. And they got some physicality, too.
Upsetting the number 4 team at that time in the nation. Now Collin picks it up, 61-54. Nickens. Purcell.
Double screen. See if we get Tchaikovsky a touchdown in the box area.
Herder deflected, picked up Nickens. Cross court. Collin.
Look at this
Top of the arc. Nickens.
That was a terrific defense. Deflections, spacing to cover the deep corners. And now they'll use as much clock as possible.
11 rebounds for Wagner. Now Michigan will slow it up. Time on their side. Abdul-Rahman. The kick, Simpson. Jump shot still needs a little work.
I'm talking about spacing on offense, but look at the coverage each corner. Little piece of everything. Getting out on the shooter, you name it. They're just getting competitive on the defensive end and really taking the challenge.
Herder in the corner, can he get one?
There you go. A nice little screen to get him going a little bit.
7 points for Herder, 61-57. Maryland still in this game.
I guess you know he's going to be the centerpiece. Look at that little squeeze box on the baseline of any game scouting report. The scheme is take he and Cowan out, and they've certainly done a really good job of a talented kid thus far.
Maryland now out of timeouts.
Plenty of time, though. You know, just the other end defensively. Get up on your guy. You know, the biggest trouble they have is that pick and pop.
Here's a question for Coach. Why call that timeout, Coach Turgeon? Now you're out of timeout. You just had a made field goal, and you have a minute and 49 left.
Maybe set up the defense. You know, maybe he's going to extend the floor a little bit, go over what they may be running. You know, how are we going to cover that pick and pop, for example? But a lot of people talk like you're saying, like you got a little run going, why call it? You know, some coaches feel they've got to know their team better and tell them exactly what they want. But they're really not changing the D or extending the floor a little bit.
So here we go. Final 147 as Abdul-Rahman walks the ball into the front court.
They got to run their stuff and don't wait late because it's tough to get the motor running. This helps.
And Abdul-Rahman misses a layup. Maryland with a golden opportunity here. Herder to Cowan. Cowan down the lane. The runner off the window. No. Foul coming up.
Well, that was big. Both ways big. First the miss as Cowan got himself right to the rim, and Herder with that push got it to the little guy. And you can see Wagner's arm, though. That's what they called it against. Say, no, yeah, it was Wagner.
Yes.
I think it was
out.
I think it was on Tchaikovsky, though. Herder. They give it to Herder.
Yeah, Herder dropped to the line quickly instead of Tchaikovsky.
How about that? Tchaikovsky at 63%, and Herder with a beautiful stroke.
Maryland out of timeouts. Second free throw goes, and look at this. 1:26 to play, 61-59. Herder's come alive over the last few possessions. He has 9. They got to go to Wagner.
Look at this, you don't come that close. A perfect trap. Goodness.
Matthews, baseline, kick, extra pass, Abdur Rahman, three.
Onions early.
Man,
Woo!
big time shot. Terps almost turned it over.
Oh my goodness.
Scrambled down, power, driving, dealing. Tchaikovsky with the two-hand flush. 51.8 to go.
Boy, Merlin is not backing off.
64-61. Terps need a stop right here. Maryland with no timeouts remaining.
One straight-up defensive scheme here.
They spread the floor.
They're going to bring him up under 10.
Wagner hovering underneath the basket. Here's Abdur Rahman to Simpson. Quick burst to the bucket.
And just the lapse defensively. And the read by Simpson, knowing he had that angle.
Powell needs a screen. Top of the arc. And hits. What a shot.
They want to give a foul right away. No timeouts.
2-point game, and Simpson, the man they want to foul. A 50%
That's right.
free throw shooter.
He missed 4 in a row the other day, then he made 2 late in the game.
And maybe that's why Turgeon called the timeout.
Well, you know, there's a lot of things you do discuss, but just that angle defensively opens up a great read by Xavier Simpson.
Xavier Simpson
shooting 2, number 3, Xavier Simpson.
Had trouble at the line against Michigan State down the stretch. But he's a gamer.
You mentioned he made those 2 in a row late in that game.
Checking into the Terrapins, 33, Joshua Tobias.
And a timeout. John Beilein goes out, puts his arm around the kid, says, hey, guys.
That helps Merlin a little bit too,
yes.
Right? An opportunity to regroup without any timeouts left.
Remember, with a guy like Collin, Simpson misses this free throw.
There's so many things Merlin has to go over now. If he makes it, it's 3. If we're going to foul, when do we foul? That kind of thing.
Let's take a look at the next 5 games for the Wolverines, ranked 23rd in the nation at Nebraska.
Nothing easy. And of course, Rutgers is playing well. At Purdue.
And Maryland's next 5.
You mentioned Minnesota. Thursday. They play Maryland, down in D.C., then at Indiana, Michigan State at home, Purdue. Not an easy road. But now you got everything figured out if you're Maryland. What you're going to do, what do we need? You only needed 2 if he misses this one. What kind of shot do you want to get? How are you going to get the 3? A lot of dribble drive kicks. They do exceptionally well getting hurt or spread.
Remember, Maryland is out of timeouts. They could not stop the clock. And he missed both. Herter with the rebound. What do you do here, Coach, quickly?
Then you go right to the rim as soon as you can, particularly Callum, his ability. And they end up with a 3 if they do a good job defensively.
Tchaikovsky out. Herter for the win. Bam! With 3.2 to go. Timeout, Wolverines.
How big was that? And that's why you play the game to the end. Herter silenced by excellent defense. And what a screen to get him free. Oh, goodness. This is just terrific. That little bump here is what got him to look at that technique. Stroke, knockdown, big time delivery. And it's all set in that timeout a while ago. And think about it, Michigan called a timeout, gave them a chance to talk about what they would do, whether it's 2 or 3, and just a roadblock and get them organized, a delay in the cover. And boy, that is a big-time knockdown delivery. And for a team that's been struggling, look at Turge. And, of course, devastating at the other end. See a shot like this now. Everybody's got a home run play. And that's the big thing they're talking about now. What are you going to do in terms of what we have left, where we want the ball? 0 timeouts so that you can't get it to half court and make a call. So this is down screen, come to the ball, and probably a back screen on the other side of the floor for an open look.
How do you defend it?
You've got to communicate, and you probably have to switch it with 3 seconds to go as well. You want to have them catch the ball going forward if you're Maryland, not backwards. Don't let a guard turn the corner. 3 seconds, kid like Simpson can get all the way to the other end and get a layup even.
Remember, John Beilein recruited Herder coming out of New York State to come to Michigan. He coached against his father right now.
And no Simpson on the floor. Might try and hit Wagner, then get a screen on the other side.
Have to go the length of the floor. Livers is the inbounder. Abdur Rahman, Poole, Wagner, Matthews.
And Cowan a free safety.
Here's Livers. He's got to make a good pass here up the sideline.
He's got a chance.
Abdur Rahman. Oh, and he's fouled. Wow. He's tripped and fouled.
Interestingly, nobody on the inbounder. Reminiscent of Kentucky with Grant Hill.
The Christian Laettner.
And you got a perfect vision. Look at this pass to the half of the court. And no question, the leg gets caught in there.
And you send a 92% free throw shooter to the line, Coach.
Unbelievable. You have no choice at that point. I'm sure they didn't want to foul, but it's all about the pass to half court.
Livers really delivering.
How about that? A line drive pass.
And he's a true freshman.
Well, this is why you play to the end, and you've got every situation covered. Look at the throw. Livers.
Wow. Fernando tripped him up.
Look at this without stepping forward, too. Off the back foot.
Looked like Tom Brady throwing that
He sure
basketball.
did. Look at that. Never even initiating the forward movement. But how smart, knowing you got 3 seconds. And that's what happens when you've got guys around you for a few years. Understand time, Muhammad Abdur Rahman. And you said it, that 92, 93% area. At 1.2, they're changing it to. Oh, they got 1-2 now. Oh, what a change of events.
So Muhammad Ali Abdur Rahman, the senior from Allentown, Pennsylvania, Catholic Central High School, has not attempted a free throw tonight. 2 big ones here for the tie. Left.
And now the one you dream about your whole life. As a little guy in the backyard. Big on the ball is the key thing now, I think.
For the money.
There it is. But they do step up. Pull.
No timeouts for Maryland.
Not giving them any vision.
Herder just throws it up. Now it's a ball game. Michigan somehow comes back to win this game. What a second half. The final from Ann Arbor. 68-67. The professor, John Beilein, drew it up on that inbound play.
How about that play? You have confidence in your players, but it's all about preparation, going over it, and as we all see over the years, end of practices, coaches run their specialty plays. And what a big time. Abdur Rahman.
68-67 the final. Michigan comes back to beat Maryland. Now let's go to Mike Hill in Los Angeles.